Yes. Yes, 2 times. I know the vibes though. She like, ooh la la, are we green? She go, ooh la la, are we green? They go, ooh la la, are we green? She like, ooh la la, are we green? Okay, ooh la la, are we green? They go, ooh la la, are we green? She like, ooh la la, are we green? She like, ooh la la. Looking for M's like I lost a friend. Hop up out the bed like where's the bread? What it do, people? You're now tuned in. Popovus. Popovus TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. Back up in here one more game. So if it's your first time, then the question is, where you been? Over here on this side, we deal with sports, hip-hop, interviews, entertainment, popovisms 101, and motivation. If that sound like something you can rock with, then before you usher off the page, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, smash that notification bell, so when I upload the videos, yeah, you get alerted. You get alerted when I upload the videos, and if it's not your first time, and you've been rocking with the channel, good luck. But you know how I do. You know how I plainly start the show. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. We in the end game. We in the end game, people, because the summer is almost over. Like, now it's time to say goodbye for the summer. Just like that, summer's over. And this last week, that's why I ain't been on, because we've been living our best life. You know what I mean? Soaking up the sun rays and winding down the summer, pretty much. You know, after a certain day in August, they say, when the weather starts dropping at nighttime, get a little cold, get a little chilly. But we went to Grade A and shit, you know what I mean, for my little cousin's birthday. Shout outs to my cousin Cameron, you know what I mean, just turned 15. And shout outs to my cousin Talia too. We was celebrating birthdays all last weekend. We was doing graduation celebrations and more life. And my grandmother, she celebrated her 75th birthday. So we just been living, we've been out, we've been working, you know, we always outside. So we got a pardon of delay. It is what it is. But that's what I've been doing. Don't sleep on the Wonder Woman ride. If you've been to Grade A, you've been to Grade A. I say the Nitro and the King to Con, which I never done. I probably won't do just because that drop is steep as a motherfucker. But the Wonder Woman will sneak up on your ass. My cousin caught me coming out a little shaky, a little nervous, have fun hanging out with everybody. You know what I mean? So thus the little absence. But we in the end game because shit is like the never-ending story. Unfortunately, but you black. And I'm only just gonna talk about this real briefly. It's just like it's a story coming out of Texas. Allegedly, maybe kind of sort of, some young boy off the mother of you know, somebody that they might have had killed earlier on. I mean, his birthday was supposed to be celebrating his 22nd birthday. She was going to visit him, Mrs. Yolanda, I believe that's the last name. And allegedly, maybe kind of sort of, this dude comes out of nowhere while she visiting the gravesite and do her dirty, like the unthinkable. And I say, damn, bro, like, y'all know on the show, when you put the beat on, ride, you know what I'm gonna say. You will be shocked and amazed, but on the contrary, I'm not shocked and amazed. And a lot of stuff don't shock or amaze me, unfortunately. I seen this story, or I heard about the story. I said, damn, this light is a little bright. I said, damn, you gonna kill the mother of a, you know what I mean? Like, while she there to grieve her child or celebrate the life that would have been if he was alive, possibly maybe had something to do with the killing. It's just like, yo, we living in the last time. This story is coming out of Texas, so it's a weird, crazy story. You know what I mean? You figure this shit to be coming out of some place like Chicago. No pun intended, but I'm being serious. You know Chicago is the worst. Like Thor and Ragnarok, when he will, I would give you the throne, but you're just truly the worst. Like, I be playing, but I don't be playing. Like, I'm never visiting. I was just talking to you know, one of my neighbors and shit over at our house and shit. You know what I mean? And she was like, yeah, Chicago be cold. I'm like, yeah, but we used to the cold over there. Just we in the Northeast too. You know what I mean? Like we get the 4 seasons. So when the winter time comes, you're gonna get the snow. It may not be like New England or certain places, but you're gonna get the snow. Fuck the snow. It's like to live over there and deal with the bullshit they dealing with. Negative. So I think that's just a super sad story. You know what I mean? May Allah have mercy. You know what I mean? And obviously it's Yakisobe and chili con for him. He just threw his life in the garbage can, and this thing is like, over what? Like, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, when you really think about it and you boil down to it, and this is for them to think about, not for me. I already wasted that, and I already did, you know what I mean? Like, people in my era been through the storm, through the cold and rain. Busta Rhymes, Stevie Wonder reference. You know, you waste it, you know what I mean? Not knowing. Then it's 2, it's like you know better now. So you know better, you try to do better, you hope people don't test your patience. But this is for young people to think about, like, one, there's so many cameras around now. Just think about not even the cameras that's on the side of the building, on the highway, when you go into the restaurant, McDonald's, whatever. It's people with phones. And like I think Fab had a line with us, that's how you get caught taking cookies from a cookie jar, people watching from afar, something like that. It's on a Friday night mixtape. I know that's the bar. You know what I mean? And that's how people do get caught. Because you doing shit and niggas like, oh, ain't that cat doing something? Oh shit, ain't that something? You know what I mean? Like, you getting spotted long range. Like, the scope is on you. Yet you still do the deed. Now it's like that's not me on camera. Oh no, yes it is, Mr. R. Kelly. That's you. And that's you. They got you. Because one, you ain't trying to really get away. You ain't got no mask, you ain't put no makeup, you ain't come prepared to try to get away. And I'm not suggesting any of those things, but I'm just saying, you're gonna get caught. And then when you get caught, you're gonna be like homie, you know what I mean, in Brooklyn when this man was like, yeah, tell him pull your dick out, and I did a live on this. That's all it's gonna be. You just threw your life away for nothing, for a song, or I'm assuming it's some drill, some beef shit. Like, he disrespect me. Shout outs to KO, you know what I mean? Shout outs to KO, you know what I mean? AKA Champ. And when he used to, talk with me and shit, that used to be a lot of the fun he used to poke at people in my era, people that come up, in my era, in my age bracket. About we always be like, you didn't disrespect me. Like, you see some real crazy wild shit, and it's always really, it's like, nah, it's the principle, but he disrespect me. So he used to always be like, he disrespect me. Like, that's all you're gonna say is he disrespect you. But he disrespect you how, bro? How, sis? Y'all out here wilding for respect. And another crazy story coming out of my town is the cab driver getting beat to death by the 5 kids. So they seen on camera. And when I first heard about the story, rest in peace to him and condolences to his family as we transition. Because his wife is broken up. She looked broken up. She like, yo, he's the kid's hero. He's the backbone. He was this. He was the rock. And, for whatever it's worth, even though they over here in America, that'd be the African community. A lot of them is Muslims, so they from the Islamic community. Just like you got your Jewish community and stuff. Their culture's a little different, even though, a lot of them, besides the fathers and the grandparents, their kids are pretty much just American. They born and raised over here. So, and I'm only referencing that because one of the imams was referencing. He like, yeah, you may be from Ghana, you may be from Nigeria, you may be from Sudan, you may be from Australia, wherever you at, not America. Well, your kids they born and raised here, right in these hospitals, and they right here. They go to school here, so they indoctrinated here. But again, even still, the culture is a little different. You know what I mean? And with that said, you can say like he probably was the breadwinner, you know what I mean? So now it's a loss. He got 4 kids. And it was just heartbreaking to say like, damn, my only thing, God is in control of everything. You can plan and other people can plan against you. You can plan against other people, but if it's not in the cards for the way it's supposed to work out, then it's not happening. That's just my belief though. Why get out and run after the kids? Like maybe they was giving you a sign inside the car. I don't know. I jumped out of full disclosure as a kid, as a youth. So yeah, I'm not on a high horse or a pulpit talking down. I've done this shit before. Like hot train, we do shit. You know what I mean? New Yorkers, I'm from New York. You know what I mean? Shout out to Suge, New York baby. You know what I mean? I've done this these stupid acts before. So I'm not judging, but I'm also saying, like, being a kid or putting myself in the cab driver's seat or shoes, why would you get out and run after them? It's just like the, you know, and this is no justification. The young brother in Brooklyn, son come in, antagonize you, say come outside, let's shoot the fair one or whatever. You think you going to shoot a fair one, you leave your employment. Once you step off the grounds of employment, it's just like your residence. If you on your property and somebody come doing some fuck shit or some dumb shit on your property, as long as they on your property, you probably could get to stand your ground. People will sympathize, like, yo, he was on his property, she came on or he came on and did X, Y, Z. It's like, once you get out the cab, you know what I mean, and I can get it. Maybe they took you from Jersey to Brooklyn, you know what I mean, and you went through the tolls and all that. You want your bread, and I get it. Inflation, shit is going up, like, you know what I mean? Shit costs, and it do. And you can see the pain in some of the, you know what I mean, these neighborhoods and these urban places where, oh, but you black, like the ghetto, you know what I mean? It's rough in the GHETTO. Maybe he needed it bad, maybe he, you know what I mean? But they say senior when you see the pictures of him. He don't look like a senior. I don't know why they use senior. I think of, you know what I mean, somebody that's elderly. He didn't look elderly, and then from the video, the little small clip that they show, you can see him trying to fight back, but really just taking headshots. Like, you know what I mean? You're going to get hurt, in the words of KO. It's another one of his words. You're going to get hurt if you throw your hands up. And so that's why people don't, and they scared to. You trying to fight 5 kids? Like, even somebody that's trained and skilled, you know what I mean, may have a little 5 people, and it's like, why? You know what I mean? Was it worth it? Was you going to get something out of it? Instead, you got some badass fucking kids, Pookie and Ray Ray. Even you see the 2 chicks throwing it. They're like, we in the modern era. We in the modern era. We in the fucking modern era. You see them trying to get their licks off. Then they walking away laughing about it, not knowing that, you know, it just got real quick. And now, you know what I mean, you facing murder charges now. Or accessory too. And it's like, damn, I ain't even have no kids yet. Like, yeah, you ain't even finished high school yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, you jumped off the dummy bus for what? And again, you could say, you know, obviously there's no justification. Obviously, I mean, I'm sure they didn't intend to do it, and I'm sure that's what their lawyer going to try to push. It's like, you know, they didn't, you know, stomp on his head and kill him. Not from the clip that I seen. Maybe that happened. I'm only going off what the news clip showed. But it's like, damn it, bro. Why did you come out and, you know, try to chase them? Taxi drivers, they've been getting it. That's why there's cameras in there now. I don't know what camera caught them, but obviously it's clearly, you can see it's them. And now, you know, they got 2 of them, and they're looking for the 2 other girls, and it's like, who is raising these kids? And I say this, like, I have the best parents, and, you know, we all say we got the best, you know, the best moms you ain't trading for the world. I love my mom, you know what I mean? I love the father figures who was there for the times that they was there, all of them. Although they may not be the best, and although y'all know on the channel, I'm not an angel, I've got my GED right. Yeah, I've been upstate, unfortunately. So I'm open about it. So maybe that, like Hov said, Hov went through that, so hopefully you wouldn't have to go through that. You don't got to get on the yakisobe line. You don't got to get the motherfucking cardboard waffles with the 1 syrup, and you want 2. But you're not getting 2 because it's not McDonald's, and you're not going to have it your way. And it's getting worse in prison. It's getting worse and worse. Oh, because I'm on the phone talking to people that's locked up. So I know what it is. You get in the front row seat now to that, right? But the thing is, who is talking to these kids about, I mean, like, just, are you talking about drugs? Are you talking about sex? Are you talking about, yeah, I know you, like, even if it's one of the weakest shits that a parents could do, it's still showing that they love you in this sense. It's like, listen, I know you smoking, but you can't smoke in this house. If I know you doing this, but use condoms. I know you running with Johnny and them, but I'm not coming to bail you out. Like, so if you get locked up, you're gonna have to hold those responsibilities and whatever comes with, you know what I mean, your actions, the consequences. Hello, like, right, hello, instead of taking you know, this is bigger than Nino Brown. If I'm going down, I'm taking everybody with me, like Kareem Akbar. You gotta hold that down. And that may be the weak for some parents gonna put foot to ass, like, yo, if you can't abide by my rules, then you can't live in this house. You want to take your fast ass and get pregnant, you're going to do that out of here. You want to smoke weed, you don't want to go to school, you want to run with Johnny and them, you're going to do that shit out the house. And you can say, damn, you're throwing your kids to the streets, but you're not doing that shit here. But again, even if you're one of them that's like, yo, if you do fuck, you know, if you don't come in or you don't listen, I'm not bailing you out, I'm doing this, so at least you can know what it is. Who's talking like, who gets in the cab and, I mean, and again, I know they didn't think about doing this shit, but that shit's crazy. Let's get to some other shit. Rest in peace to the brother. Feel sorry for his wife and his 4 kids. She looked devastated. And you know, it's just the news, so it's like, you know what I mean? But it's just, she just lost her husband. And the dude, it just is like, damn it, man. Even her friend, excuse me, even her friend or the lady that was next to her, maybe it was her sister, you could see she just kept shaking her head. Like she had, you could see she was crying, you see her nose was running. She just kept shaking her head like this. So you know they was like, he was probably everything to them. And some may say, you know, that's why you get married in the modern world. You know, it takes 2 incomes, and so stuff like this don't happen. And you know, it can happen. Tony, there was no other way. You never know when you're gonna go. So yeah, it can happen. Let's get to some other shit. Let's get to some shit. Let's talk about this shit. She ain't no real big on Instagram. She big. I mean, you know, it's no knock even. So it's a chick named China Kitten, right? She getting marked. I don't know. I never met her. But I know somebody that be rocking with her. You know what I mean, doing a couple of shows with her, traveling around with her and shit. And she getting mocked, or she was getting mocked a few days ago. She got the BBL. You know what I mean? I didn't know that. You know what I mean? I can't keep up with the Joneses. And, you know, the girl that was making fun of her little tick, she was doing a TikTok video. Another girl decided to mock her by doing a TikTok video and, you know, showing the ass wasn't looking good. You know what I mean? The BBL and where the ladies at. And, you know, whether you fall or not, we ain't going to get into that right now. We're just going to say she was getting mocked. So she came back at the girl. You know, you got to clap back at your little detractors. And, you know, for she do got 1 million followers on the ground, I believe. I think she got over 1 million. You know what I mean? And one, people always focus on the negative. That's number one, right? Like, you'll be getting, hey, beautiful, I want to drink your bath water. Yo, you the queen of all queens. Your sideburns is looking gorgeous. You gorgeous in the face. And that's you. Like, you looking good. You the shit. You a baddie. You know what I mean? You everything. And that's what niggas be typing. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. I know that does something for the system. And even though the studies are still being done now, that's why I referenced the documentary The Good and the Bad of Social Media. You know, the social media experiment, right? She'll focus on the one chick that said that shit look trash, or, you know, her shit look like the dumpster. You know what I mean? Then you respond back. Now you're going back and forth. It's a lose-lose for you. Like, it's not a win, you know what I mean? Like, no matter how you slice it, so the girl's gaining more followers, and then so other women is commenting now. It's like, this is what I want to say 2 things about this. I don't know, like I said, shout out to my nigga Lucky. Matter of fact, let me give him his props. Shout out to Lucky. He be rolling around with her at least a few times that I seen on the gram. You know, people make it look good, but from what I seen, they rocking together. They've been doing some things together, and it look like they doing a good job. You know what I mean? But with that being said, you an Instagram celebrity, influencer, artist. You got to keep up. I manage some female artists, and I won't say no names. Not even like nothing negative, but I'll say, and to this, I'm saying this to say I know what I'm talking about. When you're a woman, you gotta have your hair done, right? You gotta have your nail done, hair done, everything big. Like, everything gotta be big. And not really so much so the niggas can say like, yo, this bitch look good. It's really to style on the other bitches and women. And so you climbing a never-ending fucking staircase. Like, you in the gym on the stairs, and it's never stopping till you get off. And I'm being funny, but I'm totally not. Managing them, notice that they always was late, always got to get makeup, always got to be the flyest, and always conscious of your looks. I get it. You know, that's how does it fucking look too? It's always about your looks. You know, your beauty, your youth. Yeah, we fresh today, got it, you know what I mean? Fresh little haircut, FridaY vibes. You're conscious of it. You're always thinking about it. You think people are, you know, and people are judging. Kevin Samuels, rest in peace, like, you a 5 at best, you a 6, adjustable 6.5. and I'm being funny, but I'm not. And all of them, not one of them, and I think like 3 or 4, whether it was advice, visual, whether it was clothes and telling them what, I mean, in different various ways that I helped them. And try to add on to help them get on and achieve what they wanted to achieve. They all had that aspect of about, you know, what people thought of them, how they looked, did they look their best. And now that's only amplified now. Now it's social media, like doing this shit for the gram, doing this shit for the gram. I'm doing this shit for the fucking gram, right? Emphasis. And people lost their mind. They lost their fucking mind. So here it is, you got a joint like her. In my opinion, she look good. Like, damn, shorty could get it. She attractive. You add the ass, or you try to add the enhancement to your ass to look more attractive, to get to chase the bag, to, you know, to extract everything you can out of your beauty and monetize, you know what I mean, your likeness and all that. I get it. But like she said to the chick, she said it's a billion bitches, and she was being sarcastic, but she was leaning towards what it really is. It's a lot of women doing this shit. You know, you can say, all right, well, the results is more, you know, good results as opposed to bad. I'm gonna say, I think they be doing the black bitches dirty. I'm sorry, sisters. I think they be doing us dirty. You know what I mean? Oh, but you black. That's just my opinion. You know what I mean? I asked a couple other men, because we the ones buying, y'all selling, but we the buyers. So we decide whether it's acceptable or not. You could like it, you could run from it, you could dread it. Destiny arrives all the same. I mean, like, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, smash the notification bell. It's hard being a female artist. So not only are you competing with other women and how they look, are you nice enough? Is your bars like, you know what I mean? What image are you going for? And if you don't have nobody backing you, and in these cases that I was talking about, they didn't. Sometimes I was backing them, you know what I mean? Bowling in those days when you think you was getting a couple dollars and you trying to, you know what I mean, help people, you know, get in the industry. It's tough. It's severely tough. Shit is brutal, like UFC fighting, elbow to your fucking nose and the blood is dripping down. It's brutal like that. For real, for real. Cutthroat, all that. If you don't have it, it's going to be tough to keep up every night with the people that's actually already getting paid, right? The City Girl, the JTs, the Young Miamis, and all these people that you trying to follow behind, that you crafting your style and your image and all the shit behind them. And then the thing is this too, even if they talented, rapping wise, ability wise, you got the same fucking format and flow, so it's whack. It's just fitting in. It's like your flow gonna be sounding like his. You know what I mean? Shout out to Lord like him. Like, we know how this started and we know how it ends. You gonna sound like him and she gonna sound like you, and y'all all gonna sound the same. And like Big Daddy Kane said, it's quite confusing for you to remember the originator. All the shit sound the same. So even though you may have a little flow or swag or lyrical ability, you sound like everybody else. So there's no, you know, you can't distinguish who's who. Everybody sound the same. So that's another thing. And it's just brutal, but what's the last thing on the BBLs, you know what I mean? Because women are still wanting to do this shit. They still taking the cheap route, and I don't know why. But as a generation, you know, gets removed from the BBL generation, the women that's doing it now, a lot of the women that's doing it now, they either, you know, approaching the wall, after the wall, or they look good, and they just trying to hold on and add on. But the younger women, you see them doing it, but it's not as much, and I could be wrong, because I'm told, you don't have the statistics of, like, who getting their ass done, like, you know what I'm saying? Well, they look back 10 more years. Now, I mean, you say, damn, you 20 now, but 10 more years, you're 30, if you're alive. You say, damn, I see the K. Michelle's, I see the Ziggy Azaleas, I know I said that name wrong. You see, you know what I mean? All these people getting this shit done, gotta get this shit taken out, and this shit is horrible. It's a grave site. It's quiet. You're not really getting no quality men. You're not. As far as relations, you may get the bag, but you're not really getting what you want. Do they see that and say, oh nah, that was the fake amount? You know what I mean? I'm not doing that shit. And will this shit fade out? Speaking of hip hop and speaking of, you know what I mean, let's talk about Diddy real quick. Diddy and motherfucking Jermaine Dupri. And the Ferrari, the Jaguar, switching 4 lanes with the top down, screaming out, money ain't a thing. You know what I mean? Jermaine Dupri, Diddy, I'm not really sure what's going on with the verses. Haven't watched the verses in a minute. I guess what's the last one I seen? Omarion eating the watermelon looking crazy. Shit crazy. It's the last one that I caught a little snippet of. But I think Jewels had one. There's a few other people had it. Or after that, it's like, damn, we ain't even know. Or they was trying to charge the people or some crazy shit. So anyway, Diddy's on Instagram. You know what I mean? Let me see if I can find the post real quick. See if I can find this motherfucking post real quick. Just for a second. Yeah.
See, if you want that smoke, you can get that smoke anytime.
Hey, relax.
Come with him. You can go through.
Hey, check this out.
So they ain't gonna do no real verses.
Since we saying, since we ain't fucking with verses no more, because they fucking around with our boys. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to be going together against each other. Let's come together and do that bad boy so death in Atlanta at that time. It ain't no verses. It's just hit for hit.
Hit for hit. And so, you know, jumped in the comments real quick. One, I would like to know what the fuck is going on when they like they ain't fucking with our boys. Like, so you know it was Timberland and Swiss Beats, the Monster, and I'm not sure if it was anybody else in the back office, like Quiet Partner or whatever. But they put together a lot of dope verses. It's, for me, entertaining. Obviously, the best one is going to be the Locks and the Dipset. Probably the Fat Joe and Ja. Karis One, Big Daddy Kane. Obviously, the classic legends. You know what I mean? Plus, their music is fire. But lately, it's like I said, it was the whatever had happened, and you know what I mean? Like, I think it was Cypress Hill or some shit like that. But anyway, it didn't go down the way it was supposed to, so maybe that's what Diddy's talking about. Well, you know, I jumped in the comments and people was, you know, they're going to jump on one side or the other. A lot of people was like in the verses or even in the hit-for-hit format, JD got more hits than Diddy. I'm like, I don't know about that. I don't know if JD got more hits than Diddy. Then I guess if you're going to say if you're writing them, you're not writing them, you're producing them, you're not producing them. But I'm going to say just being on the song, remixing the song, take that, being associated with the song. I'm going to say Diddy. He got Mary, he got Jodeci, he got Heavy D, I mean, he got fucking 702, Maze Big, Locks, Carl Thomas, you know what I mean? Fucking listen, the Marlon Wayans, not Marlon Wayans, the other one, I don't want to know. If you playing me, keep it on the low. Him, Faith Evans, like, I mean, so many, like I said, the Mary album, like the 411 album, come on, it's a classic. Then you got Jermaine Dupri, obviously got The Brat, got Criss Cross, got Escape, got, what's the dude's name? Jagged Edge, we ain't getting no younger. He got wild hits as well. Obviously, he produced them, Janet, like, he got hits. But if it was a hit for hit, I mean, obviously, like I said, you got Diddy's on motherfucking the G-Deps. It's just I think he just got too many hits. He got his own albums. Like, nigga said, nigga want to rap now. Nigga even rapping now. Like, you know what I mean? The Mad Rapper and the Mad Producer when they was doing those skits. I think it'll be obviously great entertainment. Whoever go to a concert like that. And again, this shit is not really real. It's not really battling. But the single catalog is more extensive. I think niggas will be in there dancing all night. But I'm going to give the edge slightly to Diddy, whether it's the verses or whether it's just like I said, producing and coming in there. Puff claimed he got a lot of shit he did with a lot of different people. You know what I mean? R&B to rap and all that shit. So who y'all think have the more extensive fire catalog? All right, let's get into this other shit. All right? Dealing with hip hop, dealing with women, dealing with the thinking of, you know what I mean? Like, when I seen this story, this is a story about a chick named Tarika Williams, right? Educated sister, smart sister, or so she, you know what I mean? You graduate, you want your degree. She poses nude. This is when the story is old, or it was a couple days old. Said, all right, I'm not shocked and amazed when you put the beat on. She ain't doing none of these joints gonna be doing out here taking half-ass naked pictures, all for sale. Like, and it's all for sale. You showing everything, you walking around naked, you just got different colors on, so your skin look purple, your skin look beige, your skin look white. Because that's how men see it when you got the tightest shit on ever and we can see all your lips and all that shit. We just see you naked. That's the facts. Take it as you want to take it. So she posed nude though. You know what I mean? Guess she was trying to be artistic. You know what I mean? And she did an interview with the Shade Room, and they was pretty much asking her, you know, what's the deal? The school is thinking about not giving her degree, even though she did earn it. So I would say, you know, I don't think taking it from her. I'm not cool with that part. Did she make the school look bad? Is she not taking responsibility or accountability? Yes. She like, you know, took it. I guess they one of their symbols or statues is a snake. So she posed nude with this like snake dreads or, you know, some shit coming down. A nice photo. A nice look at, swipe right, like, oh, I sure he could get it. Come to find out she's a rapper. Everybody's a rapper. And this is what she pretty much told the Shade Room. And I want to play this real quick. Just a little snippet, give my nigga a shout. Mm-hmm. It's for all the rappers out there.
Yo, Fire, what up, nigga? You know you had to put Brasco on this one. And I stay getting questioned like, hey, yo, are you a rapper? And I'm quick to tell niggas now I'm not a rapper. I'm an artist.
I'm an artist, niggas. And I'm sensitive about my shit.
I see the difference between a rapper and an artist.
Everything you think is autistic.
Everything you think is autistic.
I know Greg gonna be like, why you ain't let my verse play? Nah, I want to bring a point home. She like, I'm a rapper, and I get it. Now it makes sense of if they don't give her degree, she's gonna expose not one, not two, like LeBron, not three, not four. We're gonna win 8 million championships, and she's gonna allegedly, maybe kind of, sort of expose 3 professors for maybe and beans and stretch, keep it going to the beans and stretch, keep it going to the beans. And stretch, keep it going to the beans. And as it gotta go, and keep it going. I'm being funny, but I'm not. All right, so you gave up the buns? Maybe you gave up the buns. But you're gonna out them how? And this is bigger than Nino Brown. And if I'm going down, I'm taking everybody. Kareem Akbar is the true leader of the CNB. And you fouled for that. It's all right. You chose to go out there, show your ass, make it look bad. This is a black college. You know what I mean? Why are you doing that to them? Why are you not doing that? You know what I mean? It's like, oh, but you black. And it's always, let me get a discount. It's always, add me a little extra. It's always service wasn't tip-top tape for you niggas. Like, you know what I mean? It's not tip-top for you. It's always something. Yeah, we get to put the stick on each other, you know, quicker than quick. So she a rapper now, so now it makes sense. And this is what I'm bringing it to. She's not an artist, she's a rapper. It's a big difference. Shout out to my nigga Brasco. That's him and Great Fire. They both killed that shit. Video out and all that too on YouTube. Now you're gonna out them if they don't give it to you, and you can see she being funny and she just soaking up the vibes, soaking up her 15 minutes of fame, and it's like, all right, you got the degree. Are you going to use the degree? And it's supposed to be for mental health or helping kids or some shit like that. It's in the mind space. You know what she sound like when I first heard her speak? She sound like the average at best girl. That's the way the words were coming out of her mouth. You know what I mean? For a lack of a better, you know what I mean, terminology of how I'm trying to describe it. So I was looking at her like, damn, she don't look like her. Obviously, she looked way better to me. They both dusty, but she looked better than me. The way the words were coming out, slowish, and you know what I mean. Ben was like, "Are you hearing yourself talk?" And I know we all can fuck the English language up. Like I got my GED, I know how to say ABC, so I'm not going, you know, get up here like I got the diction and the enunciation, and I'm, you know, just flowing words, and I'm the most elegant because I'm not. What you see is what you get, and what you get is your ass kicked, and that's a red man line. You smart, you sound slow, fake smart, but you want to be a rapper. You're really doing this shit for clout. You thought it was a good publicity stunt to take the picture nude. Just say that, and maybe we can get past the shit. But she want to try to milk it. She don't want to take responsibility or be held accountable. And now they think about not giving her a degree. The only part about that I'm gonna say is like, did you really earn it now? Or was you know what I mean, behind in some of those classes and some of these professors that were probably men that probably felt, you know what I mean, succumbed to and looked out for you. You get an A. You get an A. You give some A. You get an A. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Scorpios, we the best. Even though it's Leo season right now, you know what I mean? Happy birthday to my sister, you know what I mean? Modern thinking. No humility. No humbleness. Like Kendrick Lamar said, sit down, be humble. There's none of that. And that's why you see the butt nakedness, like bucket naked. You see them doing what they want. This is the second. The other one was a fucking senator. You can see it was spread open. She tried to say, you know, what she wanted to say and all that about, you know, y'all gonna vote for her. She tried to downplay it and all that. But it's like, you can't hide from certain behaviors. In you is in. Like, this is the saying of you could take the kid out the ghetto, but you can't take the ghetto out of the kid. It's the same shit. You went there to try to be a professor or some teacher or whatever. It's like, do you really want to teach the kids? You want to be a rapper. You want to be JT. You want to be Young Miami. You know what I mean? You want to be motherfucking Nicki Minaj and all. That's cool. A lot of niggas in the hood want to be rappers too. They want to be Jim Jones and Jada and all that. They want to be, you know what I mean, these dudes. Even in their late, you know, in the late part of the career. It's like, yeah, and I get it. There's no ages on words, so I'm not saying that. But it's like you starting out, you know what I mean? Probably could have did other stuff. So you see her, she fresh and young though. Fresh, young and tender. She want to be a rapper. She went and got the degree. I'm not knocking her for going to college and getting it. But you're going to be held accountable for your actions. And you can't walk through like you untouchable. Like your shit don't stink. If they don't give it to her, I'm pretty sure that'll go to, you know, litigations and all that shit. Let's talk about this last shit though real quick. And only briefly. It's only because y'all talking about it. You know what I mean? And really we're talking about the Lori Harvey, but it's really fucking Safari, you know what I mean? Nicki Minaj X, you know, they got the reality shit coming out. Miami, Atlanta, they doing Houston, Vanna, Vegas. They all going to group up and do a reality, you know what I mean? I guess a reunion or whatever. But I haven't watched none of that shit in mad long. Like, couldn't even tell you, but I did see the preview. So, you know, I guess he had Twitter blowing up the other day, and really for ladies was saying that nigga was lying. Like, nah, I mean, you was throwing the motherfucking the hoodwink, and it really ain't what it's hitting for. You know, I guess the sex tape came out with an Instagram model or some chick he was dealing with. She a rapper. All these bitches rappers. Everybody's a fucking rapper. You know what I mean? Sensitive about your shit. And so the sex tape supposed to be not what's the word? Not rave reviews, right? What y'all expect? When niggas, you know, in the game and all these niggas and Chris celebrities, even men. I think what channel? What channel? I want to give them their props. What channel was saying? Men look for validation too, and men do, and that's you, certain fella. You know what I mean? Again, when I spoke about it last time, I was saying like, you know, maybe your son, father, or you know, your older cousin or your big brother, you know, or maybe your mentor, your teacher, or you know, you're in a boxing gym or your workout partner. You're like, yeah, I did that today, or you know, you went the extra mile, or you want people to see that you're putting the work. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be acknowledged, and that's what real quick side note, because this is my show. We unscripted, we uncut, we authentic that feeling. There's no set format. Working in telemarketing businesses, which I have a few times. They're big on promoting and acknowledging, you know, showing appreciation, or, you know, just bigging up when you do something. And the thing is always incentives to recognize somebody, like challenge. Unlike the regular 9 to 5, you at your work, you doing the best fucking job, you know what I mean, out of all your coworkers. You might get employee of the month though, sometimes in jobs like that. But you probably won't get recognized like how you get recognized in some of these companies where they have the big conventions and everybody's standing up. You get the plaque, you get a sword, you get all type of cool shit, you know what I mean? And anybody that been to any of these conventions or even trainings where, you know, they recognizing people, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. saying that to say celebrities, men, how you doing? You know what I mean? Or still put a sock in they, you know what I mean, boxes, go online, go live, or post up a picture with the big sausage picture, the eggplant, just so bitches and women could think that you holding. Then, you know what I mean, and the sex joint come out and you're not holding. If that's the case, right? It's like, am I shocked that I'm amazed? No, I'm not. When you put the beat on, it's all for sale. It's not just for women. Oh, you thought it was just for women, right? Nah, it's a whole bunch of dudes, you know what I mean, whether they got an agenda or not, or we look at them with the side eye or not. Do shit for validation, to be looked at, to, you know, keep their name alive. And speaking of the game with those type of pictures, he just came out with an album. I didn't listen to it yet, and they got a 10-minute song dissing Eminem. And this is coming out from the Drink Champs. When Nori, you know, they get you to drink in it, and that's why it's one of the best podcasts is when they have guests. See Irv Gotti, you see all these people that come on there, especially the ones that drink and be smoking, because that's what it gets you to do. It open you up, and then now everything is, you know, like a faucet, talking about all your business. But anyway, when Game was on there, he's talking about Eminem, like, yo, and I think Future or somebody, was it Future or was it all? I think it was all. So they asked him a question, maybe it's Future, I got a fact check. Don't quote me on this one. But they also had made a little small reference like, do you hear Eminem in the club? Are you riding around to Eminem? Like, I mean, niggas just riding around. I think it was Future. Niggas riding around in my shit like, dirty soda in the styrofoam, spend a day to get my mind blown, dress it up and go to NASA, all right, 100 miles on the dash. And I do be rolling around in the Future. And I be in the gym on the treadmill getting crazy to the Future and other ratchet, you know what I mean, shit. That's just me in the gym though. I said, damn, niggas ain't really listening to Eminem like that. Niggas ain't really rocking him in the club. So this is like forewarning us for 10 minutes, doggy. And I heard little snippets. I'm saying, damn, who else really went? Oh, it was Game with 300 bars when he was going at 50. And then I said, I think of a real song, like 16 Ain't Enough. Andre 3000, Rick Ross. That song is almost 9 minutes. And that song is fire. 16 Ain't Enough. Dope song, one of the best hip hop songs ever to me. Just the way they rolled the beat, shit they was talking about, the concept. Then at the end, the singing and the extra. Shit's like theater. You know what I mean? Great music is like theater. You can visualize it, you can hear it. It's all the tremors. It's not just being a rapper. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta go that extra mile because we love you. Anyway, I'm not shocked and amazed. Not shocked and amazed. People will do stuff to keep their name alive, to keep the flame burning. What's the thing? Publicity, good. You know, publicity. All publicity is good publicity. That's what this chick did. So I don't know her name. Oh, it's a Tarika Williams or whatever. That's why she did what she did. Lori Harvey now. That's why I mentioned her, because she posted allegedly, maybe, kind of, sort of, got a sex tape that's about to leak. Somebody's trying to shop it, and this shit got Twitter, you know, in the social media world ablaze, and it's like, are we surprised? If so, I'm not surprised. I mean, we done seen almost everything we possibly can see, like, so I'm not going to be surprised. It's getting old, you know, and it's like, all right, they going to sell their soul. Are you going to sell your soul? Are you going to stand on your integrity, your principles and shit like that? Or are you going to go out the back door like some of these people be doing? So it's Hollywood. I'm not shocked. I'm not amazed. Who is it with though, right? Like, do you care? Is it Michael B. Jordan? Is it with somebody from the past? You know what I mean? Diddy or one of them? When it come out, it come out. My point is, I'm not shocked and I'm not amazed when you put the beat on. Neither about her or about fucking Safari, whether it's a real sex tape or whether he was, you know, did what women used to do back in the days before, you know, they started reinventing or before they invented the push-up bras and the bras that you don't need. Women used to put socks and tissue and all that shit. You know, they've been lying for years. Like, you know what I mean? They've just been lying for a long time and enhancing and making it look better. You know what I mean? Make it better. And I'm being funny, but I'm not. But, you know, putting socks in their titties, putting tissue in their titties to make it look bigger. So, you know, like I said, a lot of ladies in the comments is like, oh, you know, it's not hitting for what it's hitting for, nigga was lying, or he stuffed this shit. You know what I mean? Like baseball player, obviously they wear the, you know, athletes, they wear the jock strap, you know what I mean, so to protect themselves. But if a man is getting online purposely, not being leaked, but purposely taking those type of photos as well, all right, one, we know you want the ladies to look at you, but it's still social media. It's out there for the world, man. So anybody that may be attracted to you, that's the same sex, they get to look at you and do all that type of vibe too. So it's just like people that's into that type of shit, the nudists, the exhibitionists, and you know, it's all for sale. I'm not shocked. He been was a person like this. So, you know what I mean? Whether he was lying or not, I don't really care if he was lying, but you know what I mean, are you really that shocked that he lied if it is a lie? That's what these people do. They lie all the time. They fucking actresses and actresses. They put all type of shit in, you know what I mean? They don't look how they look when you see them most of the time. If they do, then kudos to them. You know what I mean? I met a few people in the industry, and they do, especially if they on TV or, you know, or if they on TV all the time. They got, you know, the lights are brighter, and they got makeup on, so they're not gonna look like how you see them. But that's what I got. You know what I mean? The summer's about to close out. Oh, let's talk about this shit. That's not all I got, because you know we unscripted over there. Damn it, man. Damn it, man. Damn it, man. Deshaun Watson, right? I did a story on him or a show, whatever. I gave y'all my thoughts a few times. So go see the other video. But it's breaking news. Last 2 days, football is back. 4 games tonight or 3 games tonight. And the next 2 weeks, it's going to be time to get to the winner chicken dinners, because that's your money, son. So if you fuck with the channel, you know football season, especially basketball, be kicking in after that. That's what the channel was about. This is what I do every day. I told y'all this already for those that don't know. This is how I do. I give the bets out. I give the winners out. Show you where I put my money at. And, you know, all the other shit is just side trimming. You know what I mean? Like, talking about shit and maybe you're going to learn some shit. Anyway, Deshaun Watson, now quarterback of the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland rocks. Cleveland rocks. Was on the Houston Texans. Did what he did. Won it off the team. Won it out of Texans. Never again. Go through the whole hoopla. Found not guilty. To bring charges for criminally. Civilly, you still move forward. Some of the women, they want to settle. We end up settling with all the women. Signs the $230 million guaranteed. More than I'm about to say Brett Favre. More than Aaron Rodgers, that bad man. More than Patrick Mahomes, a.k.a. where my homies at. A.k.a. PM, night, you niggas. More than, you know, well, hopefully Lamar about to sign his contract and get paid more than all of them. But it's more than a lot of people. You say, damn, over 21, you start to say, damn, all these massage therapists, and I get it. As a man, you probably would want as many women as you know what I mean? If you want it like that. And not even nothing sexually, just like, I want different women to do. You can do what the fuck you want, as long as you ain't violating no laws or, you know, you doing nothing, you know, that you don't supposed to be doing. You can have as many as you want. But people thought that was odd. Then you settle, you move forward, and now the decision came down with the judge. 6 games, not 1, not 2, not 3. You get 6. The NFL appeals like, nah, that's a little too light in the ass. We really wanted you out of here for the whole year. Like, do you ever think about when you out of here, record deal, video, all that shit out of here? So they negotiated, get 11 games, $5 million. Like 1.5, no. Double that 2 more times. 1.5 million. That still be 45. 5 million, and you got to take counseling or take some type of, you know, whatever it is to be a better person and not be predatory and shit like that. And, you know, a lot of people had a lot of thoughts, a lot of comments on it today, you know, and yesterday. And my thing is this, the NFL, they've been wanting to get rid of him. Been wanting to hopefully he was guilty. When you look at the ring rights, the 6 games, obviously he was caught on camera, you know, dragging his wife, punching in the face. And, you know, RG3 got up there. And I like RG3, you know what I mean? A lot of people was coming from him because he got Becky on the side. He married Becky. He didn't marry his sister. Oh, but you black. Not only is you black, ladies, but some of you triggered. And I get it. He married a white chick. Which I wasn't checking for RG3. He was like, I got daughters. He got 3, 1 on the way. And I know plenty of guys that got daughters and sons and so on. So you don't want your son to, you know, to even put himself in a position like this for the embarrassment, the stain, like, ugh, like, you know what I mean? So I spoke about the Kodak Black, the other people, the Charlemagne, Lester Charge. If it come down to me gotta cop out or take some type of plea or some shit with some sexual shit, and I know I didn't do it, I'm not doing none of that shit. Fuck that. I'm not staining my name, I'm not doing none of that. That's just me though. And that's you for the people that take the stance I take. Some people like, God should have did it, you know, I put myself, I'm just gonna pay the money or whatever. I'm not doing it. Criminally, again, civilly, you know, it's different because you can pay like how he's trying to say, you know, like, yeah, just because you paid don't mean I'm guilty, I'm still sticking to the innocence. And he was asked a lot of tough questions. A lot. Like they put foot to ass and they hand his hand to the fire. And he was looking a little shaky, a little nervous, a little shaky, a little nervous. Like, bro, answer the question. You know, I know you're trying to be politically correct because you got to watch what you say now. Obviously, he like the games is out of my hands, I'm going to come back. But you know what's the funny shit about all this shit? Guess who he played when he come back when he's eligible to come back? Right. You know they schedule this shit, and this shit is all scripted. That's my belief. That's what I'm sticking with. Right, he going to play the Houston Texans, the team that got rid of him, the team that he didn't want to play for, the team that he said he never going to play for. Out of all the motherfucking teams that he could be playing, when he come back off that 11-game suspension and that $5 million, and he going to get fined this year too. He only get $1 million this year. So they also designed the contract so that he get all his bread. I fucks with that. Like, if those is my employees, I'm rocking with you because you want me to get all my money. And I'm not being funny at all. I'm happy he getting all his money. That's another side. Whether he's a scumbag, a predator. But he going to play the Houston Texans first game back. Because this should be any more scripted, any more drama. That's why you can't get caught up in the hype. You can't get caught up in the hype when you bet. Not saying all games, not saying every single thing, but there's no way you can tell me that out of all the fucking 30 over 1 teams, he gonna be playing the Houston Texans. You can't fucking write no script better than that. Tell me I'm lying. You cannot. That's why everything ain't always what it appears to be. You gotta go deeper than rap. You know what I mean? Because you an artist, not just a rapper. But you know what it is. It's your boy, Popovich. Y'all was just tuned in to my show, Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. Back up in here, one more again. Yeah, kid.